Okay, so I just want to give a quick rundown of my gear list for 2015 PCT as it stands right now. This starting on the right, I have a few ditty bags that I won't go into the details. This ditty bag has got toiletries. This has got some stakes. This is repair kit, first aid kit, fire starter kit, and this has some lotions and things. I think I'm going to divide Adeline's and I's stuff up a little bit, give her her own sunscreen, toiletries, hand cleaner kit. So I'm going to divide these up a little more. Moving over here, stove is pretty basic. It's a Toaks with my Thai, that's an amazing camera, titanium Primus that I've had for 10 years that we've been using for forever. This no longer works. Ouch, kind of works. With a little 1.3 Toaks ultralight Thai pot, at least until Jeannie meets us. And the Sierra is when I may switch back to our frying pan that we love to use for fish. A few cooking soaking bags. Probably will leave the lid and switch it out for foil. And then here's just a foil insulator for meals. We always use our until Adeline cut. We always use our 1/8 inch Gossamer Gear pads to take breaks on and to put under our inflatables. Might need to get a couple more in the next week. We use polycryl. This is a This is the large size polycryl that's obviously been used. It works well. I don't love it, but it's the lightest thing and it does its job. So might go buy some more at Home Depot and put together another couple pieces. I think Adeline and I might have our own separates until Jeannie meets us. I don't think we're going Z-rests this time. The Z-rests suck. So last year, as Adeline said, we used Flash. Those broke. This year, we may go those Ceta Summits or Neo Air. Just, I'm not totally sure. Or maybe even the Evo Lights. So we're not totally sure. That's our last sort of purchase we haven't done. No Z-rests. Here we've got Enlightened Equipment 2-person quilt. Unfortunately, Jeannie and I, it works perfectly for Jeannie and I together. But it's 28 ounces and I don't have anything lighter for myself. So I may just need to bring it for myself. Adeline is bringing her own Enlightened Equipment. This is a nice lightweight 28 ounces for two. For one, that's a bit heavy. I may just have to do it, or I'll bring my old helium, which actually is the same but just slightly lighter, or slightly warmer but the same. This is a little rain skirt, and then this is just the compactor bag for the Sierra, but I always will bring it along. Is bug net, umbrella. Over here is our super mid. Boy, we've had a lot of difficulty trying to think about which tent. Way too many tents, everything from Rain Shadow to Stevenson's Warm Light to Hexamid to Black Diamond Highlight, all of which I own, to the Super Mid. Now the Super Mid is amazing. I have the inner for it as well. Got it off of the Gear Swap on Backpacking Light. The thing about the Super Mid is it's super fast to set up. Pretty bomber in the wind, bomber enough. Super roomy if you do need it, which generally you don't. Mainly you're cowboy camping, but if you need it because it's bad weather, in which case you're really stoked to be under the Super Mid. The downside of the Super Mid, I think the only downside, is that it's got a really big footprint, and I'm pretty worried about finding places to set it up. But I feel like if I need to set it up because the weather sucks, I'll find a place to set it up. It's about 25 ounces for a giant palace, and then when Jeannie comes, she can just bring the inner. The inner is another 25 ounces so a 50 ounce between two people. 3 really isn't that bad. And it's palatial, and we kind of feel like probably if we need that for weather, that'll be a nice hangout. We've, for many years been using the Rain Shadow, and we love it, but we think we're going to move on to the Super Mid this year. You know, I didn't pull the trigger on Cuban because I just couldn't justify it. I couldn't justify $700 for half a pound. So moving over here, let's see, basic long underwear, Patagonia Capilene long underwear. I couldn't find my Capilene bottoms, but I will. What do we have here? Is my down hood, Feathered Friends Hyperion V. So Feathered Friends Hyperion, it's kind of hard to argue with that for 11 ounces. It's pretty darn warm. You don't beat the warmth ratio, really, even with Ghost Whispers and all this stuff. They're just not as warm. They're awesome and light, and they're 7 ounces, but they're not as warm. So if I don't have a Ghost Whisperer or a Mont Bell, I didn't really want to pull the trigger on that in terms of money. So probably bring the Hyperion versus just my Patagonia Nano, whatever, because it's not as warm, but it's kind of more convenient. I might bring one. They're about 11 ounces. My wind shirt. Wind shirts are wind shirts. This is not the lightest Ghost Whisperer Tachyon, whatever. This is an older, it's still probably 3 ounces or so. Super light, and I use it every day, at least once a day. At least in the evening, I wear my wind shirt. Every pass, every ridge, I wear it. A North Face rain jacket that's 5 ounces, at least up until Washington, where I may switch out to my Paca. I'm a bit of a Paca fan, and if it's really weird weather when we get north, and if we do get north, which there's no way to know, but if we do, maybe we'll switch into Pacas, because I think those are a nice approach if the weather sucks. And then, so along with gear, my backpack's been the hardest thing, so here's what I'm going with. I got the Fusion 65, so I own a Fusion 65, a Fusion 50, a Gossamer Gear Mariposa, a Granite Gear Crown VC 60, and a Jam 70. This seemed to be the best combination of light enough, robust enough for desert water, and that's my main reasons for bringing this pack. It's got really good waist belt, really good hip belt, pockets that came with it. It's robust. It carries weight super well. I fixed the one problem, which was the lumbar pain, the push into the lumbar sacral section. Turns out that there was a improper bend, or too sharp a bend in the little in the single rod. I unbent it. I put a more nice even contour on it, and it's perfect. So I was happy to fix that. The pockets are a little smaller than I would wish, and everybody would wish, and that's well known. The color sucks. That's well known. On balance, this being kind of my least favorite pack for so many reasons, it's the best carrying pack in terms of loading it up with water. And Adeline and I are going alone for the first month, which means I'm going to have to, and given the drought, I'm going to have to carry water. You know, I might have to carry a lot of water. So I'm going to start with this. I have plenty of packs to switch out, and I'll have those set up to switch out. But I think it's going to work. I kind of think this is going to be the right one. Jeannie has got the 50, and she loves it from the get-go. She was like, this is perfect for me. I'm fine. So I'm going with this. Let's just swing it back. So compactor bag, Enlightened Equipment custom 2-person. Basically, he made that the size of a Western Mountaineering Badger, but with no hood and about 20 degree. It's always done this really well. This is actually a custom Santa Cruz Downworks custom sheet that Jeannie and I use to tie together. We slide our 2 pads into it, and it's really nice. It does weigh 6 ounces though, and I don't think I'm bringing it from when I'm alone. Maybe when Jeannie comes, she'll bring it. I don't think there's too much fancy in here. Let's see what other things aren't here. Our InReach is not here. I don't know where the InReach is right now, but we have an InReach. And my iPhone is in my hand, and Adeline's got the Kindle. The maps aren't here, but those are obvious. We've got half-mile maps with half-mile apps plus Guthook, etc., etc. Oh, I didn't look at this. I've got this, so there's just my Sawyer sitting in there. I think I'm going to switch out to like a peanut butter jar instead of this. This is what we've always used, but they kind of leak. I think I'm going to use peanut butter jar. And then Sawyer is going to work. I'm thinking I'm going to get a bigger Sawyer and gravity it in line to fill our smart water bottles and our platypuses, or platypi. And it's about 10 minutes, so I should stop. That's what we've got so far. We're stoked. We're getting really close, and thanks.